Do you often feel anxious and worried about the future, your job, or your relationships? Many of us experience this on a daily basis. Worries run through our minds, causing us to lose sleep and lose energy. One effective way to deal with anxiety is through Stoicism. So in today's video, we'll be looking at the topic, how to stop worrying and start living. We'll explore how Stoicism helps you reflect on yourself, focus on the present, and control anxiety. So what do you think? If you could start living without worrying, how would your life change? Think about it as we go, and don't forget to support the channel and videos by clicking like and subscribe for more helpful life lessons. 1. Self-examination and understanding. Worry. Worry is a silent companion that follows us throughout our lives, often unnoticed until it starts weighing us down. But what if we could take control of it, unravel its complexities, and find peace amid the chaos? Have you ever paused just for a moment to reflect on where your worries come from? Understanding the source of your anxiety could be the first key to unlocking the calm you seek. This process of self-examination is not just introspective, but also transformative, as it allows us to confront our worries with clarity. Reflect on the last time you found yourself overcome with worry. Did that worry stem from something you could influence? Or was it beyond your control? We often allow our anxieties to grow simply because we fail to pause and examine whether they are rational or necessary. Stoicism, as exemplified by thinkers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, reminds us of the importance of focusing only on what we can change. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By applying this principle of self-examination, we can let go of unnecessary worries and direct our energy toward what truly matters. Let's take a common example, worrying about others' opinions. It's natural to care about how we're perceived, but Stoic philosophy teaches us that the thoughts and judgments of others are beyond our control. Through self-reflection, we can learn to focus on our actions, values, and responses instead. This shift allows us to break free from the need for external validation and find inner peace by living in alignment with our own principles. So, how can you integrate Stoic self-examination into your daily life? A simple starting point is to devote 10 minutes each day to writing down your worries and asking yourself whether they fall into the category of things you can control. If they don't, practice letting go. If they do, focus on creating actionable steps to address them. This daily habit will help you gain clarity and perspective on your worries, reducing their power over you. The beauty of this practice is that it offers immediate results. As you begin to understand your worries, you'll feel a sense of relief and empowerment. By learning to focus on what you can control, you'll reduce anxiety and gain a newfound freedom from the mental burdens that once held you back. Why not start today? Take a few minutes to reflect on your own worries. What is one thing you can let go of, and how will that decision change your outlook moving forward? By committing to this practice, you open the door to greater peace and control over your life. 2. Focusing on the present. Have you ever felt trapped in a cycle of anxiety, stuck between worrying about the past or fearing the future, only to miss out on the present? Many of us know this all too well, an endless loop of overthinking that saps our energy and joy. But what if there was a way to break this cycle? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, provides a practical guide to stop worrying and start living by focusing on what we can control, the present moment. Imagine a life where you're no longer consumed by what-ifs or past regrets, but fully engaged in the now. This is the essence of Stoic philosophy. Thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus believe that peace comes not from controlling external events, but from mastering our responses to them. Their timeless teachings are especially relevant in today's fast-paced, distraction-filled world where anxiety seems to dominate. In modern society, we're overwhelmed with information, demands, and expectations, making it hard to stay grounded. Social media, career stress, and global uncertainties contribute to a growing sense of unease about the future. The result? We spend our time either reliving past mistakes or worrying about outcomes we can't control. Stoicism reminds us that this anxiety is futile. The past is unchangeable. The future is unknown. What we can influence is how we live in this very moment. Reflect on your own life. How often have you worried about something that never happened? Maybe you stressed over a work presentation that ended up going well. Or perhaps fears of future challenges have held you back, only for those fears to prove unhelpful. What if, instead of giving in to those anxieties, you focused on the present? What relief and empowerment would that bring? The Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control helps reduce worry. It asks us to distinguish what we can control from what we can't. We control our actions, thoughts, and reactions, not the outcome. By focusing only on what we can control, we reclaim peace of mind. How can you apply this to your life? Start by practicing mindfulness. Spend 5 minutes a day fully focused on the present, your breathing, your surroundings, or a simple task. When you catch yourself worrying, ask, "Is this within my control?" If the answer is no, let it go. Another Stoic practice is journaling. Reflect on moments when you focused on the present and let go of unnecessary worries. This habit builds mental resilience over time, helping you stay grounded. Living in the present reduces anxiety about the future. Instead of being paralyzed by fear, you become more engaged, peaceful, and open to opportunities. As Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. By focusing on the present, we avoid the imagined suffering of future anxieties. Now is the time to commit. What are you doing today to focus on the present? Share your journey below, and let's inspire each other to live fully, guided by Stoic wisdom to stop worrying and start living. 3. Three-step guide to managing worry. As mentioned earlier, many of us find ourselves trapped in a constant cycle of worry, unsure of how to break free. Have you ever wondered if there's a practical method to deal with this anxiety, one that doesn't overwhelm you? Stoicism offers a powerful framework, grounded in its principle of control, to manage worry effectively. Let's dive into a 3-step approach that helps identify, understand, and address worries in a meaningful way. These steps build on the Stoic teachings and can be applied to our fast-paced modern lives. First, identify the worry. This step may sound simple, but it requires mindfulness and reflection. Often, we allow worries to build up without truly understanding what they stem from. Ask yourself, is this worry based on an actual present event, or is it my anticipation of a future outcome? The key here is to bring awareness to the specific source of your anxiety. For example, the Stoic philosopher Epictetus emphasized that it's not events themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. By clearly identifying your worries, you can separate them into things that are either within your control or beyond it. Next, distinguish what you can control. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. According to Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and a devout Stoic, our peace of mind comes from recognizing that we control our actions, thoughts, and responses, not external events. Once you've identified your worry, ask yourself, can I influence or change this situation? If not, release it. If yes, focus on what actions you can take. For instance, if you're worried about an upcoming work presentation, focus on preparing for it rather than stressing over the audience's reaction, which is beyond your control. This way, you direct your energy toward productive actions rather than letting worry paralyze you. Finally, act and release the outcome. Once you've determined what's within your control, take action. This could involve preparing for a challenge, making decisions, or practicing self-discipline. However, the Stoic approach emphasizes that after acting, you must release your attachment to the outcome. You can only control your effort, not the results. For example, the Stoics believed that virtue lies in doing the right thing, regardless of whether it leads to success or failure. As Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." By acting and then letting go, you prevent unnecessary mental anguish caused by constantly anticipating outcomes. Consider how these steps apply to your life. Have you ever worried endlessly about something you couldn't change? Think about a time when taking action on something within your control brought you peace, while letting go of the uncontrollable relieved you of stress. This process allows us to reclaim our mental energy and stay grounded in the present. Start practicing this 3-step guide today. Identify your worries, distinguish what's within your control, and act without attachment to the outcome. When applied consistently, these Stoic principles will empower you to live with greater clarity and purpose, free from the burden of excessive worry. Share your thoughts and experiences below, and let's support each other in embracing this Stoic approach to life. 4. Rationalization and Response. Have you ever found yourself caught in a whirlwind of worry, replaying the same thoughts over and over, wishing you could just stop? What if there was a philosophy practiced for centuries that could help you break free from this cycle and start living with peace and purpose? The answer might lie in an ancient approach known as Stoicism. Worry is like a mental fog that obscures our ability to think clearly and act decisively. It traps us in a loop of fear and anxiety, preventing us from living fully. But what if we could clear that fog and approach life with calmness, no matter the circumstances? Stoicism offers this solution, teaching us to focus on what we can control and to accept, without complaint, what we cannot. This simple yet profound philosophy has empowered countless individuals throughout history, including Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius and philosopher Epictetus. Stoicism shows us that the key to a worry-free life is not eliminating challenges, but changing how we respond to them. Imagine you're preparing for an important meeting at work. Despite all your preparation, there's always the possibility that things might not go as planned. Maybe a client won't be satisfied, or unexpected technical issues will arise. A Stoic would acknowledge that while they can control their preparation, they cannot control the outcome. Instead of worrying about how the client might react or what could go wrong, they focus on delivering their best effort, accepting that some factors will remain outside their control. This mindset not only reduces anxiety, but also allows for greater focus and confidence in the present moment. Now, reflect on your own life. What are you currently worrying about? Are these concerns within your control, or are they external factors you can't change? What would happen if you stopped focusing on these uncontrollable elements and instead directed your energy towards what you can influence? Your attitude, effort, and reactions. To begin adopting a Stoic approach, take one small step today. Identify a specific worry that has been occupying your mind but is outside your control. Acknowledge it, then commit to letting it go. Redirect your focus to the actions you can take and the things you can control. For example, if you're worried about a project's outcome at work, shift your attention from worrying about the final result to concentrating on completing the tasks within your power. The next time you feel worry creeping in, remind yourself of the Stoic principle. Control what you can and accept the rest with grace. The immediate benefits of adopting a Stoic mindset are profound. You'll find yourself less stressed, more focused, and better equipped to handle life's challenges. You'll begin to experience a deep sense of freedom. Freedom from the need to control everything, and freedom from the mental burden that worry places on your shoulders. Stoicism doesn't just help you stop worrying, it helps you start living. So, why not take action today? Share in the comments one worry you've been holding on to that you now realize is beyond your control. Let's support each other in embracing this ancient wisdom and learning to live more fully, free from the chains of unnecessary worry. 5. The role of criticism. Criticism is something that we all encounter in life, yet its impact on us varies depending on how we choose to respond. Some people can brush it off, while others find themselves weighed down by it. Have you ever been in a situation where someone's words lingered in your mind, making you question your own worth? Criticism can feel like an overwhelming force, pulling us away from the path of inner peace. But what if we learn to see it through a Stoic lens, using it as a tool for personal growth rather than a source of anxiety? According to Stoic philosophy, criticism is not to be feared. It is an invitation to reflect, evaluate, and perhaps change. As Marcus Aurelius famously stated, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth, which never harmed anyone." This approach reframes criticism, not as an attack on one's character, but as feedback that can be accepted or dismissed, depending on its validity. In a world where opinions abound and social media amplifies voices from every direction, handling criticism is a skill more crucial than ever. Consider the many platforms where you can receive feedback these days: work, friends, or even strangers online. The volume of criticism has grown, but the Stoic principle remains. How we react is entirely within our control. Most of us have experienced the disheartening effect of negative comments. One piece of criticism can often overshadow a multitude of praise, leaving us questioning ourselves. However, the Stoic mindset teaches us that criticism only holds the power we give it. Epictetus, another key Stoic thinker, emphasized that it's not the events or the words themselves that disturb us, but our judgment of them. In other words, a harsh critique is only as damaging as we allow it to be. If we view criticism as an opportunity to improve, it becomes a tool for self-betterment. Let's consider an example. Imagine a moment when you received feedback at work that didn't sit well with you. You might have felt embarrassed or defensive, but from a Stoic perspective, you'd take a step back and assess: is this feedback useful? Is there a lesson I can take from it? If so, the criticism becomes a source of strength. If not, you can simply let it pass without internalizing it. This reframing is a core Stoic practice, removing the emotional weight from external opinions and focusing on what you can control, your response. Take a moment to reflect on your most recent experience with criticism. What did you learn from it, and how might you approach it differently in the future? Share your thoughts with others on the same journey. Together, we can foster a community where criticism is not feared, but embraced as part of our path to self-mastery. 6. Combating emotional fatigue. Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, overwhelmed by worries about things you can't control? The mental exhaustion of constantly trying to predict or prevent the future can wear us down, leading to emotional fatigue. But what if you could break free from this cycle of endless worry? It's time to reclaim control over your life and emotions. In today's fast-paced world, with its relentless pressures and distractions, learning how to stop worrying isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. The ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers timeless wisdom that helps us navigate the modern world's complexities with grace and resilience. Through Stoicism, we can learn to live fully in the present, focusing on what truly matters and releasing the burden of worrying about what we cannot change. In the world we live in, emotional fatigue is becoming more common as we're pulled in a million directions. Work, family, social media, personal responsibilities. It's easy to get lost in a storm of overthinking, constantly fearing what's to come or regretting the past. Yet, none of these thoughts change anything except to drain us mentally. Stoicism provides a powerful solution to this dilemma by teaching us to focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. Imagine waking up each day without the heavy burden of constant worry about things you cannot change. Think about how much mental energy you'd save by focusing only on what is within your control. This is what Stoicism teaches us. No matter the external circumstances, we always have the power over our own thoughts and reactions. Reflect on the times when you let worry consume your mind, only to later realize that it did nothing to alter the outcome. How different would that situation have been if you had embraced the Stoic mindset of accepting what was beyond your control and focusing your efforts on what you could change? It's easy to let worry rob us of our peace of mind, but we can reclaim it by applying practical Stoic principles. Starting today, take one small action. Identify what you can control and what you cannot. Begin by making a list of the worries that have been weighing on you lately. Divide them into two categories: things you can control and things you cannot. Then, make a conscious decision to let go of those things outside your control and dedicate your energy to those within your grasp. This simple step can instantly lift a weight off your shoulders, allowing you to live with more peace and clarity. 7. The importance of sleep. As mentioned earlier, worry not only takes a toll on your mind, but also depletes your physical energy. One of the most common consequences of prolonged anxiety is disrupted sleep or poor sleep quality. We often find ourselves lying awake at night, endlessly dwelling on things beyond our control, which only heightens our stress. Have you ever experienced a night where your thoughts kept you awake, worrying about the future, only to realize that the more you worried, the harder it became to fall asleep? In the philosophy of Stoicism, maintaining control over your emotions and thoughts is crucial to achieving inner peace. To reach this state, sleep is not just a time for rest. It is a vital tool for mental restoration. Without proper sleep, you're not only losing a key part of your physical recovery, but you're also weakening your ability to stay alert and manage emotions, which are fundamental aspects of Stoic practice. In today's modern world, with its constant pressures from work, family, and society, sleep is often undervalued. Many people sacrifice sleep to get more done or chase personal goals, but this only increases fatigue and anxiety. When you don't get enough sleep, your ability to handle stress and anxiety significantly diminishes, pulling you into a vicious cycle of worry and exhaustion. To break free from this cycle, it's essential to recognize the importance of sleep and prioritize it in your daily life. Sleep doesn't just help your body recover, it's also a mechanism to reset your nervous system, balance your mood, and create a strong foundation for handling mental challenges. Studies have shown that those who sleep well are better at controlling their emotions and less prone to anxiety or depression. Think back to the last time you didn't get enough sleep, how the next day you felt sluggish, drained, and unable to think clearly. On the other hand, after a good night's sleep, you're more alert, energized, and ready to tackle whatever life throws at you. So, ask yourself, are you truly prioritizing your sleep? If you were, could it help ease your worries and strengthen your mind? From a Stoic perspective, sleep is something within our control. It equips you with the clarity and emotional resilience to handle the things you cannot change. Imagine if every night you could rest deeply. Wouldn't your mind feel more grounded and peaceful? Starting today, try establishing a consistent sleep routine. Take time to unwind before bed, disconnect from your devices, and focus on calming your mind. Doing so will not only improve the quality of your sleep, but also enhance your ability to manage everyday anxieties. Tonight, create a quiet space for yourself and allow your mind to recover through deep, restful sleep, freeing yourself from the weight of unnecessary worries. 8. Financial anxiety and preparation. Imagine waking up one morning, your mind already racing with thoughts about unpaid bills, looming debts, and uncertain financial decisions. It's a feeling many know all too well, that suffocating sense of anxiety that can consume your daily life. But what if there was a way to face financial challenges with calm and clarity? Through the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, we can approach these moments not with fear, but with resilience, preparation, and a deeper understanding of what we can and cannot control. The connection between financial pressures and emotional well-being is undeniable. With the rapid fluctuations in today's economy and the constant demands of modern life, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Yet, if we turn to the teachings of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, we find that while the external world remains unpredictable, the way we respond to it is entirely within our grasp. This shift in mindset is critical when addressing financial anxiety. Instead of allowing ourselves to be driven by fear of the unknown, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and to take proactive steps in our financial lives. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is the importance of preparation. Just as a Stoic prepares mentally for life's challenges, we too can prepare financially for uncertainties. Seneca once said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity," reminding us that foresight is key to thriving in the face of unpredictability. A practical way to apply this wisdom to your financial life is by conducting a financial pre-mortem, imagining worst-case scenarios and planning accordingly. What steps would you take if your primary source of income suddenly disappeared? Could you handle an emergency without turning to high-interest debt? By preparing for the worst, you reduce its power over you. At the heart of financial anxiety lies the fear of the unknown. However, Stoicism offers a simple yet profound solution. While we cannot control what the future holds, we can control how well we are prepared for it. This mindset shift, combined with small, deliberate actions like saving consistently or investing wisely, creates a sense of control and peace. Rather than letting financial worries dominate your thoughts, these actions allow you to focus on living fully in the present. So, what's your next move? Is it time to revisit your budget, start that emergency fund, or perhaps adjust your long-term financial goals? Take that first step today, and remember, financial peace is not a distant dream, but a reality within your grasp. Share your plan with us, and let's embark on this journey together, following the Stoic path to emotional and financial freedom. Use the methods discussed in this video: self-examination, focusing on the present, and recognizing what's within your control, to tackle the issue of worry in your life. By practicing these principles, you'll find your life becoming more peaceful and positive, with less anxiety and more mental freedom. If you found this video helpful, hit like, share it, and leave a comment to share your lessons. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more valuable content.